Hello everyone, welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning into this video with me. Thank you for your patience in this particular reading for the Divine Feminines. I know it's been a long time since we did a collective Divine Feminine check-in. And let's have a look and see what the messages are for the Divine Feminine with regard to your love life. You could be in a situationship, or you just have someone in mind, or you might have your eye on someone or your heart on someone. So let's have a look and see what comes through today. So we've got the Hocus Pocus Tarot deck by Disney, and it's illustrated by Dread, D-R-E-A-D. So we're going to be using this today. We're also going to be using the Archetypes cards. We're using them as oracle cards. And what else? We're also going to be using these lovely cards as well. The reading cards, I always forget the name of them. But we're going to be using them today. And some tarot as well. Okay, so get cozy. They should be about an hour long, or at least as long as this incense will burn until the very end. And we'll see what we need to know, okay? So let's start with the sort of main tone for the Divine Feminine collective, okay? So please know this is a general reading, as you know. For those of you who are joining here for the first time, welcome to Abstract Medicine. Thank you so much for joining. Please also consider possibly subscribing to the channel as well. Follow Abstract Medicine so you're notified when the next video is. You know the gist. And for those of you who are new as well, I'm an artist, a healer and a podcaster. My name is Cristallina Fischetti. So let's have a look. Divine Feminines. Doesn't matter which wave you're in, which wave you're on. Divine Feminines. I only guide you onto a positive line, a positive life path, a positive path. So I do not deal with you entering a toxic relationship or dynamic, just so you know, okay? I'm not that kind of reader. Just so you know, I'm not that kind of reader. I will not say that this person is your divine flame, your twin flame, whatever you wish to call it. If I see that there is a toxic situation there could be some sort of delusion that you may need to check yourself for. I'm very clear cut with my readings. My readings are usually pretty precise, 98% precise. There's always leeway there. But yeah, let's just get started. I'm excited about this reading, very excited. So get comfortable, grab a snack, pause the video, make yourself some tea or something stronger. We're in it. We're here to have a little bit of a Kiki today with Kiki. My nickname is Kiki, so we're gonna do a Kiki with Kiki, and it's all gonna be on the Divine Feminine. Okay, I'm a Divine Feminine, so let's have a look and see, which is also messages for me too. So let's have a look. So we got step into the unknown. Wow. Step into the unknown. Just ignore the creaks and movement of this old building that I'm currently in on my art residency. So you might be hearing a bit of creaking. Step into the unknown, number 30. Okay, step into the unknown, number 30. Beautiful card. All right. Obviously, it's pretty plain and simple there, stepping into the unknown. So you're moving from one situation to another for some of you. I'm actually quite cold, so I'm going to put my hoodie on. And this is maybe, you know, exactly just moving into the cold, moving into territory that's unknown. And it feels a bit cold. It feels like an area that you just are unsure about. It feels like a place that you're unsure about. Okay, let me just switch the light on. Bear with me. There you go. I zipped up my hoodie, switched the light on, and I think, you know, as always in all of my readings are timeless, but everything that goes on during the reading is always part of the reading itself, okay? So this beautiful diamondy paperweight wants to show itself today. Isn't it beautiful? I found it in a Salvation Army. How can someone leave this behind? Well, it's because they left it behind for me, for Abstract Medicine collectors, so I could use it. I actually used this beautiful object for the ufology reading, essentially, with Commander Ashtar. So you may wish to have a listen to some videos there on the playlist of Commander Ashtar as well, okay? Where I talk about this particular object and how it's connected to sacred geometry, but also Commander Ashtar generally is someone who talks about union, talks about non-duality. So you may wish to listen to a few of his readings, which I channel So yeah, I see that there is something you're moving into, particularly from an energy of 3 into 4, 30 to 4. So you could be the age 30, or you're moving into a threshold that is completely brand new. Number 3 for me is also Trinity. It's the energy of you know, the 3 Marias, the energy of the 3 graces, the divine graces, the energy of Trinity, the energy of the Son, the Father, the Holy Ghost, you know, the daughter, the mother, you know, and the Holy Ghost as well, in that sense, in terms of the connection with Spirit and Mother Earth as well. So some of you are really, you know, feeling that energy of maybe we need to move into a new chapter here. And it's very funny because I actually found a key like this. I found a key here, and it's huge. It's a beautiful key, and this is the key to a new door, a new cycle. All right. So it's so funny that I actually found this key. It's beautiful. Someone just left it in the balcony here. So you're moving from one place to another, as I said, from A to B. Some of you may have planned an exit, so you could be in a situationship right now, in a relationship even, that is not really part of your alignment anymore, because your energy, your vibration is changing. You know, when that happens, I'm using Archangel Michael's feather here, which I love to use during the readings, it's an energy of transition. You know, you don't know where you're going, but you know that you need to move forward. You don't know what the temperature is going to be like. You don't know what the culture is going to be like. This could be some of you moving, relocating, traveling. You don't know what the smell is going to be like, what the situation is going to be like, what the bedding is going to be like. It's that energy of the unknown, not sure where you're going, what it's going to be like. Will it feel like home to you? We don't know unless we try it. We don't know until we arrive there. We don't know until we cross that bridge. And it's that unknown energy. It's kind of giving me the vibe of Aries, of the Fool card. We're starting a new journey. Divine Feminines are starting a new journey, and it feels kind of exciting. There's a bit of mystery involved here. We don't know, because we're sort of blindfolded by Spirit. So Spirit's giving us a bit of a mysterious energy where we're just unsure. Maybe there aren't very many signs about this new territory that we're moving into, either physically, geographically, geologically, or even into this new paradigm shift that we're moving into as a collective. Yeah, we're not sure, but we're excited about it. We're excited about it. Spirit doesn't want me to use any more of these cards, so I'm not going to use any more of these cards. I'm going to use some other cards, okay? So we're going to move on to the Hocus Pocus deck. The new Hocus Pocus deck, which I got secondhand at a boot sale, which is amazing, at the Rose Bowl. I think every second Sunday they have a fleet. It's kind of like a car boot sale that we have in London or in England, but it's massive. It's at the Rose Bowl, which is a huge arena. So let's have a look and see, for the Divine Feminine, angels, ancestors, guides, please help me to share the messages for the Divine Feminines who are really tapping into their divinity at this time, moving into a new cycle, a new relationship, a new high vibrational connection that really will serve them along the way. What is this about the unknown? What is it that Divine Feminines need to know at this time? What is it that you need to know? The Spirit is actually saying to take care of yourselves, to take care of your belongings. I'm hearing to take care of your mind, to take care. It's, you know, what I'm seeing is when you're walking over a bridge, I'm seeing a bridge. So Spirit is showing me a bridge in my third eye, and Spirit is showing me this bridge where you may be walking over this bridge without shoes on, say for example, without shoes on. This isn't something that's going to happen. It might happen, but it's not something that I'm looking into as in this is actually going to happen for you. This is metaphorical. So you're walking over this bridge without shoes on, like piedi scalza, which means like just with bare foot, and it's a wooden bridge, and you can get splinters. So I don't know why Spirit is sharing me this, but again, there's always a reason. So to take care, con cuidado in Spanish. Queen of Candles, which is the Queen of Wands. This is perfect. This is perfect for the Divine Feminine at this time. You know, we have this character who's the mother in Hocus Pocus. I won't give it away to you. Just watch the film. I love it. It's one of my favourite films from my childhood. And, you know, the mum is dressed for like a costume party, a Halloween party, and she's dressed up as Madonna in her Vogue era. So she's really flexing it all out. She's really not afraid to show some moves, some moves, to bust a move. But rather than moving anywhere, she's staying where she is. It's the energy of attraction, but she knows energetically she's moving into the next cycle, if that makes sense. So energetically, the Divine Feminine is moving into the next cycle without even necessarily needing to go anywhere. So it's the energy of always. I always say the Divine Feminines attract, they do not chase. So the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Candles, is all about attraction, allure, magnetism. Yeah, let's have a look at the Hocus Pocus actual guidebook on this, because each guidebook is very different. And this is a particular theme. So this could be you actually dressing up in a way that's unusual to you, because the daughter in this film Hocus Pocus goes, "Mom," as in like, "Is that you? Because I don't recognize you like this." So you could be showing up to the world in a way that is there's a bit of performance involved, there's a bit of play involved, there's a bit of coquettish behavior, flirtatious behavior, but it's about you becoming more the person that you really were or are inside. You just haven't unleashed it. And it's kind of unleashing this animalistic sense. I also feel like the divine masculines, or masculines who are coming into their divinity as well, are sensing your scent. So you know how animals have musk, the males have musk, and the females are attracted to that musk. It's kind of the other way around now. So the Divine Feminines have a particular allure, they have a particular magnetism, they have a particular scent, like the book Parfum, or Perfume, I think it's turned into a movie as well. It's not the energy of needing to be possessed, because you own the possession. The Divine Feminine is possessing their sexuality, essentially. Maybe for the first time. So let's have a look at the Queen of Candles. The Queen of Candles nurtures her environment and inspires those around her. She's generous, and her time and energy and aids with her time and energy and aids others along their paths. She offers welcome respite when the road seems too difficult to continue down. You know, she is a mother, and she is ushering in that maternal energy in this card. The Queen of Wands could be a spirit guide of yours as well, or even your higher self that is telling you to embrace that maternal nature within you. You know, the Justice card came out in the collective readings as well. I think this was for your creativity. So this came up in the collective reading on Instagram and on TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok under cristallina.abstractmed. It's a new TikTok account if you like to follow me there. It's fun, it's light energy there, but we go deep here on YouTube, don't we? And sometimes we go really, really deep as well on the Instagram lives, but mainly abstract medicine, tarot, oracle readings really go deep here on the YouTube, as you know. So we've got Justice. So again, some of you are coming out of a relationship. There could be a divorce here. Now, we have the three witches here. Do you remember how I spoke about the Trinity? You know, let's have a look at the Justice card. So we have this energy of the three graces, you know, maybe being scolded, maybe being punished for just being themselves. You know, maybe this is something from your past life. Divine Feminine collective, where a lot of us were witches. You know, many women. You see how the candle just, wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. The candle just went out. A lot of Divine Feminines candles had gone out too soon in past lives. their flame was burnt out in past lives. Now, Hocus Pocus is based on the flame, based on the candle, based on the book of knowledge, based on evoking and bringing back the dead, based on virginity, based on innocence, based on truth, based on things that might scare one. And the witches are showing that you get to embrace your sexuality. You get to embrace your femininity. It doesn't matter which age you're in which epoch, which era you're in. You know, you can be in 3 different eras in a lifetime, but you could be bringing back lifetimes into your current lifetime where you're invoking a particular magnetism. You could be invoking the energy of Joan of Arc, that self-sacrifice, that innocence, that virginal energy. You could be invoking that energy of the mother, where you were a mother in a past life and you were gone too soon, maybe for your beauty, for your attraction, because people projected their fantasies on you. And they said, oh, you slept with their husbands and all of this, which may not have been true. Or it may have been, but I'm picking up on mainly it may not have been true. And that's the energy of the concubine as well. It's the energy of the whore in terms of the archetypes if we talk about Carl Jung. I'm going to go and get that lighter. So that's what I'm seeing here. And I'm also seeing is maybe this is one of you in your past lives that really brought about this sense of playing dumb. You know, maybe you had to play down in a past life or your recent past life. You had to play down your beauty. You had to play down or play dumb. Play down your intelligence, you know. Now, the Justice card is Libra energy, as you know. And these are the Sanderson sisters in Salem. You know, their candle had gone out too soon. Now, there's a lot of activity going on as I'm reading this. It's quite spooky. No surprise with Hocus Pocus. But I'm going to go and get the lighter. So bear with me one sec. So the candle has been lit again. So again, it kind of goes back to that film, Hocus Pocus, where, you know, they're nothing without each other, the 3. They are nothing without each other. Let me show you this card. It's really fun. It's great. Please go watch the movie as well. It's with Bette Midler. She's amazing. Bette Midler and I forgot the names of it. My mind's just gone blank. One moment. Anyway, you could have Libra in your chart, Sagittarius, Aries. I picked up on it earlier as well as Sagittarius and Leo. So, you know, we had Bette Midler in the film, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Ann Najimy as well. And it's based in Salem, Massachusetts. There's a black cat involved. You know, a lot of you are witches, 100%, and you were witches. And maybe this is about opening that door with the key that you've been given from spirit to access your magic. Maybe a little bit more than before, than previously. I just heard than previously accounted for. I've got my lovely tea. This is actually my favorite tea now. It's called Egyptian licorice, and it's the most amazing thing. It's not like licorice, the sweet, the candy. It's licorice root, and it's just so good. You know, it's so good. And on the tea bag, it says the only constant is change, and that's the energy. It's like your constancy comes about divine feminine as you change and evolve into the person that you are, and that it could just be as simple as that. It could be as simple as that, divine feminines, that you are evolving into the person that you've always been because you've been downplaying your magnetism. You've been downplaying, you've been switching off your light, as it were. You've been downplaying your sexuality, your sensuality, your mysticism, your spirituality, all the things that make you who you are as feminines. Now, I'm not really one who likes to virtue signal. This is just not my jam. I live as a person in authenticity with great respect to many different types of people. I was going to say human beings because, you know, there's a bit of junk DNA there as well. But I will say that I'm talking about women, and I'm talking also about trans women, I will say. I'm not necessarily speaking about people who identify as women, because this is the energy that we're talking about in terms of sexuality. Okay, we're talking about people who feel are women in their femininity, their sexuality. I don't just mean about a woman's role. I don't really mean that. I mean, it's about sisterhood, really, in its truest essence. However, I will say that if you're resonating with these readings, and with these readings in general, and you identify yourself as she, and you really resonate, like you genuinely resonate with what I'm saying, then that will be a message for you. Okay, but just also bear in mind it's general reading, so not all of the messages will resonate, but mostly, as it's a collective reading, we're talking about divine feminine, this could resonate with you the most. Okay. Justice means equality, balance, and due process. The townsfolk of Salem make sure the Sanderson sisters meet justice for stealing the life of young Emily Binks. Will justice be on your side today, or will you be forced to face it? You shall find justice today, as Salem finds justice against the Sanderson sisters. Injustices that you have endured will finally be righted, and your actions will be met with their just rewards. However, you must remember that balance is needed in matters of justice. Anger must be tempered with kindness, the material supplemented by the spiritual. Exactly. So you're entering your mysticism era, which evokes feelings in people that they're unaware of within themselves, particularly divine masculines, you know. Again, I do feel like some of you could be going through a breakup, or even going through divorce, because the Justice card is legal papers, documents, but the Justice card is also the energy of balance. It's also partnership, because Libra rules the 6th house, which is the house of partnership. So that could be significant as well. We have the Queen of Pumpkins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is the love interest to one of the protagonists in the movie, who ends up becoming the hero, who falls in love with this young maiden, as it were. But we have her as the queen here. So we have her as someone who's mature, someone who's reliable, someone who's very beautiful, alluring. She's got the energy a little bit of the Queen of Cups, I feel. She has a lovely home. She's sort of independent. She's also dressed in costume, you know, dressed for the occasion, for the 31st of October, for the specific event where the town of Salem were commemorating, let's say, remembering the passing of Emily, who was whisked away in the woods by the 3 witches, Winifred, Mary, and Sarah Sanderson. Okay, so that's what they're commemorating with the 31st of October. It's not just kind of the energy of the Day of the Dead, or the veil is thinning in this particular plot. It's more about this particular theme, this particular story. And they want justice. They want justice for the life of this young child who disappeared. Okay, so we're not going into any conspiracy here. This is more about the story the truth that has been misconstrued for the divine feminine here, for the collective. Now, of course, I can use these cards and tune into a different energy, but we're not talking about that today. We're not talking about conspiracy. We're talking about the energy of the divine feminine. And we're seeing that the divine feminine is kind of rising from innocence and reliability into a bit of a foxy queen, you know, a bit of a sex goddess, you know, a bit of a coquettish queen, you know, someone who's moving from the ranks of virginity into true sexuality, knowing who she is and possessing her sexuality here. Don't worry, we're going to get further into it, so hold tight. Yeah, I kind of knew this was going to come up, to be honest with you. The Master, which is the devil. So the divine feminine has been misconstrued by the collective out there, those who have low vibrational, even demonic energy, people who project their fantasies onto the divine feminine, even from childhood, I would say, you know, as I mentioned here with the virginal energy, even from childhood, seeing her in a way that really is inappropriate. And what she's doing, or what she may have done in the past, is maybe even the recent past, or even just now, remembering that in her past she was seen as an object of other people's desires and fantasies, but now she's remembering that that was then and this is now, and the divine feminine is transmuting that pain into her power, So the Master, as I said, is the devil, and so we have this person who, during Halloween in the film, was dressed as the devil, and the Sanderson sisters just happened to come about, drop in at this person's house, another person who's dressed for the occasion. But the Sanderson sisters actually believe him to be their master, hence he's called the Master here. Maybe in an act of desperation, the divine feminine may have gone to people who were much older than them, to people who they saw as mentors, masculine figures, men in particular, or masculine energies, who carried the masculine energy, and they were older, they were mentors, they were teachers, people of authority. And these people, rather than giving them guidance, ended up, again, misconstruing their words, their meaning, their intention into something really devilish, something really bad, something really demonic. And I think that a lot of the divine feminines, unfortunately, what I'm seeing here in the collective, have experienced a lot of injustice, a lot of people that projected fantasies on them by people who were much older, you know, to the divine feminine, who at the time was non-consensual, you know, was someone who was not awake to sexuality, to physical intimate touch. You know, I have to say these things in this sort of phraseology because of YouTube's restrictions and policies. So that's what I'm seeing, as I'm seeing that there are people in positions of power that really misused their authority, if you catch my drift. Okay, so the divine feminine is sort of remembering this at this time, you know, This is a man, a masculine figure, a masculine person in their life who really misused their trust. So once the Sanderson sisters had remembered, had realized that this person was just dressed as in costume, was dressed as someone that they revered, someone from, you know, that taught them the dark arts. You know, they realized this whole Halloween thing was just a farce, and people were not respecting them necessarily. They just thought it was just fun and quaint. And I just want to say a little disclosure here. I'm not invoking any sort of negative black magic here. This is not what I practice, this is not what I do, and I highly recommend you not tap into black magic because it's not good. It will come back to you tenfold. If you ever try to manipulate energies for your own purposes, i.e. doing love spells, using love potions, trickery, the short route in anything is never going to fulfill long term, okay? It will always bite you back. And I think that this is something that Divine Feminines may have realized, that they were a bit naive maybe in their past and trusted the wrong people, you know. So now they're realizing that they get to trust people who are walking the walk, walking the talk, and being their beliefs. You know, there's nothing really heroic of the devil pretending to be something that he's not, you know. Again, it's about, let's address the Divine Feminine in the collective. Let's address authenticity here. Let's unveil. We are not in costume. We are becoming who we are, who we've always been. But the Devil card is also Capricorn energy. It's also the energy of temptation. So as I said before, the Divine Feminine is looking like a feast. I gotta say, to the Divine Masculine, if you know, if you've got someone in mind, or, you know, we're gonna go into it, so, you know, bear with me, because there's gonna be more messages. I know we haven't even got to that person yet. We're going to go into the energy of that person that you have in mind, or someone who could potentially be coming in. So it says here, the master offers the Sanderson sisters candy, but they believe he has the authority to offer them much more. They praise and adore him, leaving off the search for their spell book in order to spend time with him. Will you be similarly drawn away from your path, or can you resist such temptation? And I feel like some of you Divine Feminines, you know, may have been drawn away from your path and now you're back on it, maybe through my guidance as well, through your private bookings or shamanic healing sessions as well. Thank you so much, your trust in me as well. And I also want to say just a little bit of announcement. There is a current big old sale going on the website, so you may wish to take advantage of this opportunity to book some readings at this time that are currently on sale for a limited time only. I go really deep into those private readings because I'm really focusing on your energy and energy alone. In the collective readings, I'm tuning into many different people, many different types of scenarios, but booking a private reading, it's just your energy and the person that you're dealing with, or a situation that you really want clarity in. And a lot of my clients do come back for second, third, fourth, fifth bookings. I've had people on abstract medicine, which I'm very, very grateful to have had, from all over the world. Really started mainly booming during 2020, that people really needed guidance. They keep on coming back, and I've had people that have come together with their true love. I've had people who have then had children with their true love, and they wanted guidance along that journey as well. So it's been really lovely to be part of it. And I want to thank you right now, if you're tuning into this video right now, where you're really feeling a bit like a sex pot. Divine Feminines, maybe after giving birth as well. And you know, you've got your mojo back, or even if you're about to become pregnant, you know, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Candles, and the Master is, you know, is a combination, it's a fiery combination, you know. So if you don't want to get into physical intimacy with someone at this time, or even if you are about to, you may want to use precautions, because I'm seeing that there is a high probability of pregnancy here. I just have to say, there's something so fiery about this energy that I'm seeing here. And the Master, you know, he's trying to play coy, but she really has the upper hand. She's the one who finds out that all this is just an effrontery, and It's just candy selling. It's not the real deal. So maybe a lot of you divine feminines have dealt with people that just may have looked good on the surface, may have been looking very attractive, a real tempting dish, but may not have necessarily been the real deal. So we're going back on track. We may have been off our path a little bit with the wrong person. And as I'm stepping into the unknown, we have the energy and the knowledge of past lives where we're coming one with our Trinity, you know, we're coming one with our Trinity. And we're coming more into the union. Number 3 is a very sacred number in spirituality. It's also, for me, the energy of the pyramids as well, just around the world. The pyramids everywhere around the world. But we're coming back to basics. So we've got the Queen of Pumpkins here, earthly energy. She's still reliable. She's still paying her taxes. She's still paying her rent or her mortgage. She's responsible for her tasks and all these things. She's still seen like that in the workplace, I'll just say, divine feminine. But overall, she's got this energy of the Queen of Candles, because the Queen of Candles came out first, didn't it? Even though she's dressed the part like Madonna, you know, La Madonna is the Virgin Mary, you know, but the singer Madonna, who also happens to be Italian like myself, Cicotta is her surname, she used that name as a marketing tool to attract and to alarm and to make people feel a little bit uncomfortable. Insulted the Catholic Church, was extradited, I think, you know, excommunicated for a while, and I think she got back into the little club that they have there. I feel some type of way about religions in general, but there's always a good thing that you can learn from each one. I will say that. And I think in this stance, I think again, it's about living your authenticity. It's not trying a part, or it's being that part, it's being that person rather than pretending. We're not pretending anymore. So in this card here, the Masters, the Sanderson sisters believe the Master will grant them power to return for their wicked deeds. Your desire for material gain has overpowered your search for spiritual enlightenment. Know that such vice will only lead to your downfall. So you may have been off path. You may have been tempted into other forms of spirituality, you know, for wicked gain, for wicked deed. Now remember, it says wicked deeds, wicked gain. I say the short path, which is essentially the same thing. Always go the long path, you know. Always play the long game, always. And that's the Queen of Pumpkins. Know that such vice will only lead to your downfall. Reflect on what has tempted you and find a way to resist it. Even wicked witches can change their ways. Indeed. Indeed. I see some talents as well. I see some musical talents coming through, some music, some singing coming through for a lot of the divine feminines as well. Okay. So you've got the 9 of Candles, the 6 of Pumpkins. Yeah. The Magician. Wow. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that the divine feminine was tired of waiting for someone else to save her. She was tired of waiting for someone else to save her. But the 9 of Candles is the 9 of Wands, is burdens. You know, she unstuck herself, she unburdened herself. We've got the 6 of Pumpkins, which is reciprocal energy, right? It's about karma. So she learned her karma from going the short path, from, you know, doing maybe some things that she shouldn't have done, or being with people that she should have been with, or unfortunately being naive, and she's learning from her lessons. And so she's realizing she wants reciprocal income. She wants reciprocal give and take in all of her relationships, at her work as well. So she's decided to become the magician herself. She's decided to actually be the magic that she's been seeking all this time, and she ends up becoming the mistress, which is the feminine to the master. Beautiful energy, and it's coming from a place of light. It's coming from a place of lifetime experience of the divine feminine energy of the magician. Absolutely beautiful energy. She's got it in the bag now. She knows who she is. There's a lot of red here as well, and I'm picking up on some of you wearing more red, the power of red. Now we're entering the was it the full moon or new moon in Leo on what am I talking about? Thursday the 25th. So there's that. Leo energy is Sagittarius energy. Okay, let me just check my diary. So we have, and see, some of you actually are going to be partaking in some ceremony work, a moon ritual. It's a full moon in Leo on the 25th of January. And this would be a magical time for you to actually do some spell work that comes from a place of goodness, comes from a place of, I'm thinking about the long term, I'm thinking about the long term, you know, I'm playing the long game, you know, and this would be a wonderful time to really come into ritual. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Now, what I'm seeing here is that the divine feminine is turning her back on certain people in her life or situation. She's moving on, she's moving forward. She's now becoming the light that she's been seeking. Maybe she's been through a really dark spell. She's you know, she's been burned at the stake. Maybe her reputation's really been, you know, difficult to have experienced because of defamation. Her character has been questioned at work, or maybe a lot of you, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Candles is someone who's the public eye, you know, someone who's Mrs. Popular. There's a lot of attention. They have this shining, beaming light where there's a magnetism about you, divine feminines. And there could have been a moment of recovery from this kind of a bit of character assassination online, or character assassination at work. And so what she's done is she's turned, or at this time she's turning lead to gold. She's turning lemons into, I just heard lemon cake rather than lemon juice. So let's have a look at the magician. This is a beautiful energy. I love this energy for the divine feminine. I feel like a lot of you divine feminines are really embodying and symbolizing really what femininity is about, what woman is about, who woman is nowadays, and really are about sisterhood genuinely. And you're not there to be in competition with your sisters, you're not there to be in competition with anyone else, because you're coming into your true divinity. You know, you're not in corruption, you're not involved in corrupt and negative and low vibrational relationships, platonically, familial, in romantic settings as well. I feel like this is, you know, you're no longer sleeping with the devil in order to get well, to be well known for your arts, to be well known for your beauty, to be like, you could be models, actors, artists, film people. You're not selling your soul anymore. Like, this is something that happens in the arts, you know, where unfortunately we go, well, we're offered this really tempting deal. Justice card would be a contract, a legal document, temptation here, selling your soul, contractual agreement, and then suddenly the tables turn. I mean, I've had this myself, so I see this in the card, and it's interesting that it's in the cards here. And then suddenly they really want you high up, and then suddenly they're playing puppet, and they want your demise. They try to destroy you, but from the ashes you turn into a beautiful rising phoenix. I love this energy, love the energy. I love the messages that are coming through. I know that sometimes the messages can be quite slow from spirit coming in, but I always say with these collective videos, just generally speaking, to just get comfortable, take a break if you need to, come back to the video, because the messages are very profound and they go really, really deep. I also always encourage you to make notes as well. So, and also I will say that mainly my predictions are about 0 to 3 months. So between 1 day and 3 months. But all of my videos are timeless. So if you're tuning into this video, you come across this video, or you come across this video just through searching on the playlist on Abstract Medicine on YouTube, then it'll come to you at the right time. I mean, even myself, I go back to some of my own videos here on YouTube, And I go back like 2 years and I'll just randomly click one video, and I cannot believe the accuracy of the experience that I'm going through at that very time and how relevant it is for me. It's just amazing. So I've got the Magician here. Let me pull this card up for you so you can have a look. That's Bette Midler, who plays Winifred Sanderson. Is the wisest among the sisters, a powerful conjurer of the dark arts. Her spell book is filled with spells and potions for any occasion, for those who wish to master a craft of their own, be it music. I did speak about this, the arts, music, art, or witchcraft. It would be wise to follow Winifred's steps. You have the control, will, and mastery to begin practicing a new talent or art. Whether you seek to master a new craft or develop a new skill, keep in mind Winifred's dedication to her witchcraft. The only way to master a new talent is to keep learning all you can. You know, there is absolutely no end to learning. Absolutely no end to learning, you know. And we've got this master here, but who really, as I said before, who is the true master? And it's this person here. It's you, Divine Feminines. So again, like so many of you are starting a new project, starting a new endeavor, and you go, you know, I'm not going to wait for anyone. I'm not going to wait for a PR agent. I'm not going to wait for that big deal. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to be that PR agent. I'm going to PR myself. I'm going to do my own ceremony. I'm going to conduct my own retreat. I'm going to, you know, write my own, I'm going to self-publish. I'm going to set up my own gallery. I'm going to, whatever it is, it's going to be great because you already have it within you. Of course, there's going to be doubts. Of course, you're going to be a little bit burdened because there's responsibilities there, but you have it in the bag. You already have shown and proven in lifetimes that you are evoking back into this lifetime, and you've already got the experience and knowledge and respect in this lifetime that you are consistent and you're dedicated, and you've shown time and time again how your delivery and things have been really good because you've shown the world that whatever you've done before, it has come to material fruition. It's come into abundance. You've been paid well because of it, or you have made a lot of money out of it. You know, you are a reliable, banquetable brand business. You know, people want to work with you. And I feel like, you know, you may have been taken advantage, unfortunately, in your workplace. But I'm seeing here, collective, the Divine Feminines, you're no longer relying on others. Sorry, it feels like Mercury. Yesterday I went to a meeting and it's really interesting. There's all these technical problems that was going on for this particular Zoom call. I was there physically present, but there was a Zoom call that was all these technical issues in it. And it's funny because my colleague who I was speaking with, she also she concurred that it felt a bit like Mercury retrograde. What was going on? And I feel like right now, at the time of this video, the time of this reading, it's the 19th of January, there is no Mercury retrograde. Mercury is indirect, even though when Mercury is retrograde, it appears like it's going backwards, but it's not. It's just the eye. It's just the eyes, you know, playing tricks on us. But we have to follow our intuition. You know, sometimes when we don't see what is in front of us, we go into our intuitive knowledge. We go with our gut feeling, but there could have been some communication issues before. Maybe some of you have had stammering issues or linguistic issues, you know. You push through regardless. We have the Magician here. So the Magician is Gemini energy, it's Virgo energy as well. Gemini is the house of children. It's the house of, the house of the twins. It's the yin and the yang, almost a bit like Pisces, but it's the energy of the devil and the angel. You know, it's the energy of a little bit of indecision here. It's the energy of high intelligence, you know, using your smarts. So you've got mind, you've got body. She's giving mind, she's giving body, she's giving face. It's so funny. Anyway, but yeah, with the Magician card, I'm seeing that you have something exciting to share and communicate with the world. And the world are needing it. The world are ready for it. The world are not expecting it. Just like when the Sanderson sisters appeared again. They're like, who invoked us? And I feel like someone has invoked you. Someone has invoked you. I don't know who this is, but let's have a look at the messages of, you know, someone who you may have in mind, or someone who you like, you fancy. Like, what's their energy about? We have the Hierophant. So what I'm going to be doing is, I don't normally read reverse cards, but I'm actually going to read this as a reverse card. Now, the Hierophant is someone who is possibly a Taurus, or has Taurus in their astrological chart. The opposite of Taurus would be Scorpio. Scorpio is the energy of the 8th house, which is the house of sex and karma and depths and water and attachment. This is that potions book. This is that really interesting book that has all of the magic in, but it came upside down. So I'm going to read that upside down. So there's someone here who may have been non-committal. The Hierophant is someone who does things religiously, does things by the book. You know, we have a book here, which is really interesting. Does things by the book. Number 5 could be their life path number, or maybe 5 years ago. This is something that they were, an energy that they were majorly in, because we have this major arcana. You know, someone who used to do things by the book, or should have done things by the book. Maybe there is someone that didn't want to get married. They didn't want to be in a commitment. They didn't want to follow a religious practice or dogma or path. Collective thinking. I feel like this is someone who's a little bit of a rebel, potentially. And maybe they've just been, in their past, just having a lot of fun, spreading their oats. Scorpio energy, the shadow is that. And maybe they're moving into a new energy. So this would be the divine masculine, or someone that you have your eye on at this time. So the Hierophant upholds the traditions of society, although Winifred's spellbook may uphold an unusual sort of culture. It does contain the secrets of black magic and witchcraft. The Sanderson sisters are reliant on the spellbook for their dark arts and are lost without its guidance. Do you find yourself similarly relying on traditions, or do you wish to strike out on a path all your own? Reversed, though, their spellbook is powerful. The Sanderson sisters are lost without it. They're unable to perform spells and create potions with their book is stolen. You, however, don't need tradition or convention. See? So this is someone who's a bit of a rebel. They don't need tradition. They don't need convention. They don't need to be doing things by the status quo. It says here, you have learned to strike out on your own. So that's that Aries energy. You know, I'm picking up on Aries as well. So this person could have Aries in their chart, or you themselves, or they're reminding you of you a little bit. Like you're kind of rebelling. Divine Feminines, you're rebelling, and this person already has that innately. So you're seeing some sort of like interest there, because this is someone who's unusual, maybe unusual from your usual type. So this is someone who may have walked their own path, you know. Let's see what else there is. Let's get some more info. The Temperance. Okay, so Temperance card is Sagittarius energy. It's also the energy of healing and balance. And again, she's kind of, you know, this is the same person, by the way. She's that love interest to one of the protagonists, and she's got a jacket and some jeans and a t-shirt. She's kind of like girl next door, but elevated. And I feel like this person, although they may play it cool, they actually may have a lot of money, you know, because this person is the same person as this. You know, this is the same character, just in different garb. So so what I'm seeing here is the divine masculine may actually come from money, or may have money, or may have rebelled against their family in one particular way or other, because you know, they no longer wanted to be part of the family heritage. They wanted to make their own way, and And I feel like this has been really healing for them, but also healing for their own family lineage or identity or name. Let's have a look at the Temperance card. As I said, Sagittarius energy here. So Sagittarius energy is someone who's a bit of a free spirit. Now you've got the Hierophant reversed and the Temperance card. You know, they are a free spirit and a half. So that's why you're attracted to them, because they're free. Some of them actually could be free and single. And it's interesting how this card is looking up here and she's got her eye above. So I feel like the divine masculine or this person, because the divine masculine may not necessarily be the same person that you have your eye on, but this person has, by the way, this is, you know, take it as it resonates, take it as you will. You know, this could be someone that you're already in a connection with and you just want confirmation or whatever. But I'm seeing here that this person has their eye on you, divine feminine. They do. They have your eye on. They have their eye on you, divine feminine. They do. They're attracted to your magic. They are. They are. And we have 14. Okay, so they could be born on the 14th. They could be born in the month of December, November. Temperance tells us that we must balance the material and the spiritual. More, we must adapt to our circumstances in order to maintain that balance. Alison Watts adapts to every challenge the Sanderson sisters throws her way. She never hesitates to save her friends and protect her hometown. Can you find balance along your journey? So this is the energy of someone who goes their own way, is a free spirit, but they uphold true ethics and are very moral. They'd rather find their own morality themselves rather than being told what's good and what's right. They'd find that on their own path. They find that on their own journey. You know, and this is very stoic energy. It's very philosophical energy. It's very attractive. You know, it's very attractive. Alison is clever enough to evade the Sanderson sisters' magic, dark magic, using salt circles. So this person is prepared, always in anticipation for danger, or is always ready to protect. And I feel like this person that you have your eye on is someone who's a natural protector. She has creative tricks, or they have creative tricks to defeat them. This balance between tradition and modern day ingenuity prevails in the end. Similarly, you have learned, or this person has learned, to find balance within their life. They have met material gain and spiritual enlightenment. So this person has already been through a spiritual awakening, or they have experience of spiritual awakenings. They may not necessarily call it a spiritual awakening. They may not necessarily call it an enlightenment period. They may not necessarily call it a phoenix rising. They may not necessarily call it a Kundalini awakening or Christ consciousness. It doesn't matter. They may not necessarily call it what you call it, or use spiritual jargon. Sometimes it is spiritual jargon. They have experienced it. They have a wealth of experience. So through this balance, they continue their journey wiser than ever before. This person is very wise, as I said, very wise and very attractive. What's their actions? Oh, wow. So their actions is the world. So this is the card where Emily Binks, her spirit is risen and is saved and emancipated, and her brother is also saved. His soul is saved and emancipated, and they can live a life of eternity now, knowing that their body and mind and soul are completely at rest. And this is coming through full circle. I'm also getting the energy that this card feels like a bit of a Lover's card or a Six of Cups energy, where this person feels like they may come back around. This person you already know, or this person may travel towards you. Again, I feel like this person may be different from your usual type. They're unusual because the World's card is someone who's worlds apart or different. There's some sort of difference about you. There's an age gap, or they're different culturally, or they may have a different, I never like to say race because it just sounds so minuscule, really. But I would say they have a skin tone that is different from yours. They could come from a different background, particularly religious or cultural or different city, different worlds. This could even be a class, different class system, a different class of its own. But this person feels familiar to you. So that's why it's giving me this energy of the Six of Cups. But so their action is they're going to come back around. They're going to come back around. That's their action. Maybe in a past life, you know, you may have been siblings or something. That's what happens sometimes when you recognize a kindred soul. It's because they were someone that you shared a life with, you know, very closely. Now, the World card is a beautiful card. I love this card. So particularly in this deck, it's just gorgeous. I love those colors. So the World ushers in a deeper understanding of the universe. It's kind of like happily ever after is what it's giving me. It's definitely giving me romance energy. So that's their action. Their action is to bring romance, is to come back around. It tells of what is and all that will be. Though it may be the ultimate end of a journey, it also speaks of a readiness for a new beginning. So they want a new beginning. So this is Thackeray Binks, and this is Emily Binks. He is reunited with his sister and finds peace at last. So this person's action is to bring peace, to share peace, to be in an energy of peace with you, to come back around. Just as Thackeray gains solace, solace being the sun, solace is the soul. We spoke about earlier about this person feels like there's kind of like a knowing between you both that you're familiar to each other. And maybe it's because you are actually soulmates, you know, in a sort of romantic, I just had romantic persuasion, in a romantic sort of energy, not platonic. So just as Thackeray gained solace at the end of his adventure, so have you. The world has granted you wisdom everlasting, and you have found a deeper connection to your place in the universe. Your journey is complete, and with its end, you've gained a greater understanding of both the material and spiritual. Take these lessons with you as you begin your next journey. So this person wants to take a next journey. They're coming to the end of something. I don't know what that could be, but you might want to book a private reading with me. Sale is currently on right now, as I mentioned before. But they're coming to the end of something and they're about to start something new, and they want to start it with you. They're coming back around. Okay. What else? We have the Seven of Pumpkins. Yeah, they could just be working on manifesting more abundance financially, so they're more in a state of you know, abundance. So they're waiting, more of a state of like stability. So they're waiting on their harvest, possibly. They're just finishing a cycle, so they're waiting on their harvest. Okay, let's have a look at the Seven of Pumpkins. You have begun learning a new skill that will benefit your career or craft. Your commitment and dedication will see you through. Remain diligent and listen to the world of others, so the wisdom of others. Who knows what spells you'll master by the end of your journey. So they're mastering something new at this time, and I feel like it's going to make some money. But let's have a look at the sort of outcome. Well, actually, Spirit wants to say, what are their fears and their dreams with you? What are their fears and dreams with you? Because we have big energy here with the Temperance card. It's a major chapter, and the World card and that Hierophant. What is their dreams? Wow, that flew out. The Two of Potions. I mentioned the Two of Cups, didn't I? That's the Two of Potions, is the Two of Cups, and it's 22 on the timer there, which makes sense. So you could be seeing 222, 22. I feel like this is actually someone that you're destined to be with. Again, please take it as it resonates. It may not be for everyone, but are you their deadly potion? Are you the one that ends all ones? What I'm seeing here is that this person is seeing you as the ultimate, the end, their end game. Oh my gosh, this person sees you as their end game. What? This person sees that you have a lot of magnetic energy here. The Magician, you know, is magnetism. This person sees you with a lot of fire, sees you having a lot of admirers, but they see you as their end game, and they may not be expressing this at this time. I see that here. But their fears and their dreams. is a Two of Potions, which is the Two of Wands. So let's have a look. You have entered into a partnership full of trust and respect. So that's what they want. But they're fearing it, but they also dream it. This association may be with a friend, romantic partner, or business partner. No compromise is the key to a fruitful relationship. This card may also indicate the need to make amends with those you have broken away from. So it's the energy of Libra, it's the energy of balance. We had Justice here. We also had the key here in this card, and you have the key. It's in your left hand, so you're receiving this key. And this person may want to meet up with you with a Two of Cups. That's what they're dreaming. Their fear and dreamers. They fear it, but I feel like they're kind of excited about it. And they could be a friend at this time, and it's all tempered and it's all civil, but they have deeper feelings. Compromise is the key to a fruitful relationship. Now, this is actually what you're wanting, Divine Feminines. You're wanting reciprocity with number 6 of Pumpkins, which is reciprocity. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that this person dreams to meet up with you and to offer you something. What are they offering, Divine Feminines? What are they offering? In a romantic setting, this is not business or familial, but what are they offering? It's too many cards, please, Spirit. What are they offering the Divine? What are they offering the Divine Feminines? What are the Divine Masculines offering the Divine Feminines, please, Spirit? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Remember, I spoke about the Two of Cups, which came out when I saw this card. This came out, which is the Two of Cups, the Two of Potions, and I mentioned the Lovers. Spirit does not lie, and it's come out. Thank you. Well, they definitely want to be physically intimate with you. We've got 555, 9142. 555 is the energy of major change. The Lovers card is a major arcana. This is a note. This is romantic. And in the film, the lover, the hero, is someone who makes that move, makes the first move. Okay, so let's have a look. So their action is to, we'll go deeper in here because I think it's quite nice to read the book. The Lovers represents balance between two opposing factors. Max shows his affection towards Alison when he hands her a note with his phone number at the end of class. However, Alison is quick to return the note, refusing his advances. Though at first they struggle to get along, by the end of their adventure they truly begin to feel a connection to each other, whether kindling a romantic relationship or simply finding balance. We've got balance again. There's much we can learn from this card. Though Alison rejects Max's advances at first, now this could be that alluring energy where the Divine Feminine doesn't take, that's the energy of contracts. You never accept the first proposal. You always go for the second. You bid higher, as it were. So you may have rejected the Divine Masculine before in the past, or you may reject them. And they're kind of attracted by that because they go, well, actually, this is someone who really knows their worth. They really know who they are. And the Divine Masculine goes, oh, okay, well, I'll try again. I'll try again. I'll come back around, the World card here. I'll set a date. I fear going on a date, but I also dream about going on a date with this person, i.e. the Divine Feminine. The Divine Masculine is dreaming to go on a date with the Divine Feminine. They may even travel. There could also be wine involved. Communication, the feather, maybe some food, some olive oil, I don't know. Throughout their adventure, they learn to trust and aid each other. So this is the energy of an actual true partnership. It's a contractual, it's like an energetic contractual agreement that I'm going to treat you right and you're going to treat me right, and that's a deal. Six of Pentacles energy, Six of Pumpkins energy, reciprocal energy, balance, compromise, all the loving things that we in society now take for granted, you know. So you may find yourself similarly allured by someone or something. Know that balance must be maintained even when falling in love. Do not allow temptation to lead to overindulgence, okay? So that's it. So this person, I think you can trust this person, I would say, because we have the energy of temperance. This person is very balanced and tempered. It doesn't mean that they're like a wet blanket. It doesn't mean that they don't have passion or desire. They do. It's just they're sort of, their fire is tempered. I think that they show really great attributes of masculinity, and I think they kind of give you faith in the masculine, like the gender of the masculine, in a world of such negative patriotism, I have to say. Why did I say patriotism? I meant patriarchy. So maybe you were someone who was very patriotic, was very into the status quo, was very into a culture, was very into a collective thinking, was very into that kind of thing. Not very individualistic. Whereas this person is very individualistic, and they're not someone who really goes with the grain, they go against the grain. And I think that's what you find really attractive yourself as well, and alluring. What else should we have a look at with this person, Divine Masculine? Some of you are saying, are they hot? I can hear you. Yeah, let's have a look. Are they? Oh, the Divine Masculine's hot. Oh, the Divine Masculine's hot. Angels, ancestors, guides. Well, I mean, you're going to find them attractive, so you're going to find them hot. Three of Potions, Three of Cups. I think that they may not necessarily, you may not necessarily see them as hot and attractive at first, because they may actually be a friend first, or you may know them as a friend, so you don't really see them in that way. That's what I'm seeing, first of all. Let's have a quick look. Got the Three of Potions right after the Two of Cups, essentially. So I'm going to close out this reading soon. As I say, these readings are quite in depth, you know. Come back anytime and listen to this video. You can come back and listen to this video anytime you wish. But I feel like this person is sort of besotted by you, Divine Feminines. So Three of Potions, you have found a community that supports and nurtures you. Yeah, this person is someone who you find naturally kind of balanced within their own femininity energetically. This person has a natural nurturing side to them. Know that you can confide in them as well, and that there is friendship. So you know, the base of a great romantic relationship is actually friendship, is respect, you know, compromise, balance, someone that you can trust to talk to you about your secrets. You know, not necessarily the same things that you would talk to your sisters, your girlfriends, but this is someone that you can trust as a friend, that won't take advantage of your friendship and warp it into something else, or try to manipulate you into a romantic relationship when you're friends. You know, it's not like you're trying to friend zone them. It's just, it's nice to have friends who are male, right? And I think there's something deep here in this connection, but they're part of your community somehow. So it says, just as they offer their support, you should be sure to support them in return. Exactly, is that reciprocal energy. Let's have a look and see where you'll meet them. Oh, okay. Okay, they say in your dreams, the moon card. So this could be actually, you know, the full moon in Leo's on Saturday the 25th, but maybe during a moon cycle or a moon ritual. You could be meeting them there. You could be meeting them abroad. You could be meeting them in your own home, because the moon card is the home. You could be meeting them through your mother, because the moon card is the mother. You could be meeting them through friends. I also want to say this person may have a round face, or they have an energy of, they may even have Cancer in their chart as well. So someone, they may actually invite you to their home. They may actually have like an illuminescence about their face, something sort of silvery, something kind of illuminescent about them, if that makes sense. So they may not necessarily carry the solar energy like you, they may actually carry the lunar energy. So they may actually resonate very well with beings from the moon. Whereas you're the star, which is the sun energy. The sun is a big old star, just burning with desire. But I feel like there's some synastry here with, you know, in terms of your astrology and their astrology and their natal chart and your natal chart, your Mercury placement could work very well with, you might have a sign in your Mercury and they may have that sign in their moon placement, for example. We have double Mercury here. We've got Mercury, Gemini very strong here, Capricorn energy here, Taurus energy. I did also mention Scorpio as it's reversed, Cancer energy, yeah. Okay, the moon. So 15, 16, 17, 18th. Okay, you could meet them on the 18th of a month or a date, you know, it could be the 18th. You could meet them in Cancer season, which is May, June, or June, July. So the moon's light offers intuition and illusions, hanging bright amid the dark sky. Mary Sanderson embodies these traits through her powers, having an incredible sense of smell and keen instincts. However, this intuition is often betrayed by her insecurities. Will you trust your instincts or fall prey to the illusions that the moonlight offers? Now, you could be a cat and they could be a wolf, you know, because the wolf is the moon, Cancer is the moon, Scorpio is the moon, the cat is Leo, is the cat, you know, the sun, eagle is the sun. We're talking about Jungian archetypal concepts in animals as well. Okay. Just as Mary doubts her own powers, your intuition has similarly failed you. Through illusions and imaginations, you have been deceived by the moon's light. Beware of unknown foes and hidden perils as you journey forth upon your eyes to those who wish to deceive you, and remember, sometimes we are the ones who deceive ourselves. I actually get the sense that this is more connected with this card, where I think that this person may not be sure about you and them, because you're friends first with the Three of, you know, the Three of Potions is the Three of Cups. So they may be a bit confused and unclear about your connection, because you're friends first, lovers second. But I think that's what's going to be coming next. Let's have a look and see what they look like. Suspension. So they could look like this. They could have a youthful face. They could have blonde hair, long white hair. Old Burial Hill. You know, got the Hanged Man here, Pisces energy, the Judgment card. I feel like Spirit doesn't want to show us, really. But I get the energy of the unknown. Again, I get the energy of someone who might be quite lanky, quite slim, quite tall, kind of a bit of a rock star, kind of rock and roll-y looking, kind of casual, kind of neutral colours, likes neutral colours. Someone who might be more into dark colours. They may even be a goth, but they're not really saying exactly what they look like. But you complement each other somehow. Nine of Pumpkins, Nine of Pentacles. They're very financially independent as well, and I feel like that's something you find very attractive. Let's have a look and get some more. relieve anxiety. Some of you divine feminines are letting go of anxiety as well. So you're just letting things be. And I think, again, it's the energy of someone who, this person helps just bring peace into your life. Not that you're chaotic. They're just very peaceful people. Sorry about the light glare, but you know. Let's get another card. They may also like blue. They're very calming. They're kind of just an elixir, I'm hearing. And again, we have another energy of suspension, sacrifice. You know, they could have Pisces in their chart too. We have become more objective. This person is no longer sacrificing themselves, and they also are no longer deceiving themselves of people who pretend to be one thing and they are another. So you're kind of mirroring each other a little bit. Let's get this card here. Just get some more messages. Angels, ancestors, guys, what is it that we need to know with the archetype? Okay, so we have the Queen. Okay, which would very much be your energy, divine feminine. So you have that moon. This actually came up in a private reading with a client who's a feminine. So you know your worth, you know who you are, you're very attractive, you're very alluring, you're very tempting, you know, with this serpent here. So I'm seeing that. So I do see Empress energy. This is so interesting. This came out in a private reading, these two cards. The fault line is, I mentioned that private reading that this person was going through a divorce. So maybe this is what you're experiencing at this time. As I said, the Justice card is a contract and it's a legal document. It's going to work out in your favor, don't worry. But generally, divine feminines, I see that, you know, we've got 3 snakes. Again, the Sanderson sisters are 3 healers, 3 witches. So, you know, you could actually be communing during the full moon in Leo. I mean, I'm actually going to be doing that with sisters of mine, which is going to be nice. But I feel like the full moon is going to be a really powerful time for you in Leo. So the full moon in Leo is going to activate something of great change. I think it's going to be really healing. And I think you're entering a time of peace, you know, and healing and things coming to you, opportunities coming to you. Lovely energy. It's too many cards, please, Spirit. Okay, that's enough from here. Let's get these. Let's get this card. Excuse me. They carry a light within them. You know, we have 3 here as well. We've got 3 sisters here. That's you, yourselves as well, being the 3 sisters. But you're standing out more as that fiery leader. You know, you're standing... You know, I knew this was going to come out. I knew the King of Wands was going to come out. I thought it was going to come out in the Hocus Pocus deck. But we have the King of Wands, which is the partner of the Queen of Wands, which we have here. So this person is very attractive. It doesn't really matter what they look like, but they have very attractive features. You find them very attractive. And they also have admirers. They're quite tall. They may have green eyes or red hair, but it doesn't have to be that at all. They could, again, have Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius energy in their chart, zodiacs. Restless, outspoken, and ambitious. This person, again, is a leader. They do their own thing. They're also outspoken. They have their own path. They may have their own business. The Sun. Yeah, this person's definitely your soulmate. We have marriage here, happiness, and bright prospects. Wow. This is a happy, really happy card. This person's very, you know, their demeanor is usually joyful and happy. They see things in a positive light rather than a negative light. This is a divine masculine that sees these things in a positive light. We have the Magician as well. So they're also someone who manifests what they want. We have element or surprise, good or bad. So I think it's mainly good. They are a good omen. They will be a good omen in your life. Expect communication. We have the Star. So they themselves could also be someone who is very well respected, well known. They're very bright. They share a light. They need to recharge their energies in the same way you do, away from the world. But they're seen as someone who has fulfilled a lot of their wishes and dreams themselves, and they could be an inspiration to other people. Yeah, they carry a brightness about them. They could be Aquarius, Gemini as well. We've got the Leo energy here. Leo, the full moon in Leo is going to be a very powerful time for this person to come in, I feel. And I think that there is a new doorway opening up for a lot of you with this connection. So this is good, this is great. Divine Feminines, I love this energy for you, Divine Feminines. Let me know how it resonates. You may also wish to buy me a coffee to share your gratitude for this reading and for many other readings. You can find the link down below in the description box. If you have any questions about, you know, booking a reading, you can find me in the contact page. You can book directly there on the website for any booking of your choice, and send me an email with regards to your question, and I will send you your own private unlisted video, and I'll create a playlist for you where you can come back to that playlist and listen to your video, the one you booked, or any others that you booked as well previously in the past, and you have your little catalogue that you can come back to for reference. So what I'm seeing here is generally it's going to be a lovely connection. I feel like this person is your end game as well, and I think you just aren't showing it. And I'm saying this is someone that you actually, the next person you date is the person you're going to be married to. That's what I'm seeing here. So if you want to go deeper into your situation, you may wish to book a reading and take advantage of the sale at this time. It's for a limited time only. You may even wish a shamanic, you may even benefit from a shamanic healing session with me too. This is done through Zoom, in person, let's say, a one-to-one. So that's what I have for you, beautiful souls. I've really enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, liking the video, subscribing to the channel. You know the drill. Thank you so much. God bless, and have a look at some other videos here on Astrology Medicine. Take care. Ciao for now. Bye.